Well, welcome to Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy. I am Sandy Sanders. I am your host and creator of the Book Talks with Sandy platform. It is our weekly segment where we host authors, anthology book projects, and most of all, I say that it is for you. Why do I say that? Because you just might be looking for a good book to read. I welcome you to our virtual table where I want you to just grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of coffee, and join us in a conversation. And we are in conversation part two. Yes, we have the phenomenal contributing authors that are participating in the volume two. This is Ladies in Tech, Changing the Face of Technology. This is volume two with the visionary author, yes, the phenomenal Kenyatta Powers Rucker. We know her as a leadership coach. She's a keynote speaker, global speaker, five-time best-selling author, number one best-selling visionary author from her initial book, Ladies in Tech. So tonight we are in part two. These ladies are on tour with their coming out of their book, and I'm super excited to have them. I am going to just go ahead and bring them on stage. We've been anticipating, so thank you all for tuning in. Go ahead and drop some names. I would say tag about 5 people that you would like to come and meet these fabulous women. You met some of the ladies on last Thursday evening, and so we're here tonight, and they've got a couple of more interviews that we'll be doing with them. And we want to say hello to our YouTube family as well, and also those of you that are listening to the Audible on Spotify. Thank you so much for tuning in with us on this evening. And without further ado, let's go ahead and bring these phenomenal authors, women, ladies in tech. There they are. We have April Faulcon. Yes, Temi Akenwumi. I know I don't think I said that right, but excuse me. And we have the phenomenal Terri Green. These ladies are part of the anthology book project. This is volume 2 of Ladies in Tech. So, hey, ladies, how y'all doing?
Amazing for me. What about you, ladies?
I'm hearing
doing
amazing.
Great. Yes.
And April concurs. She says yes. And
Yes.
okay, so you're going to have to help me out because I want to say Tammy so badly, and I know other people do as well. Would you be so kind as to pronounce your name for us, please, and introduce yourself? Can you hear me, Tammy?
Oh, myself?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Temi, and the last name.
So it is pronounced Tammy. Okay, awesome. There's a little delay, you all, so we're gonna work that out. But thank you so much for coming to the table. And we have
Yes,
the visionary
it's Temi.
author. Okay, all right, great. We have the visionary author that is in with us on tonight. She's in the audience cheering you on, and there is her greeting. She says, "Greeting, ladies." Yes, thank you so much. We know she's a busy lady getting some things rocking and rolling for this amazing book tour that you are on. Well, April, I'm going to start with you. Come on and introduce yourself. I do want to say that we are powered by the CTR Media Network, where we are heard on over 350 million viewers and worldwide, as well as over 100 countries globally. And so we do welcome you to the table. Welcome, April. Come on and say hello to our audience and tell us a little bit about your work.
Yeah, so thanks for having me on tonight. I'm super excited to be here. In terms of my background with my career, I've been in the world of tech. But I have a unique offering with tech as I'm on the functional side. So I've been in talent acquisition, which is under the umbrella of HR. So I've been in that realm for over 20 years. So my responsibility has been to hire the tech talent to work on different missions and programs and projects that my company, which is a defense contractor, supports. So I have that unique, I guess you could say, again, unique offering that I bring to the table where I'm not actually a tech worker, but I hire tech. So I'm excited to be a part of this project and that I can actually share knowledge that I've learned over the years in terms of seeing that small pond of women and helping them to network and connect to other women by giving them some advice on how to expand into the tech world and how to make the proper connections to get where they want to be in their careers. Additionally, my brand is Girl Reach For It. I'm representing tonight with my t-shirt. And again, it's about engaging and empower women with what I call the 3 R's, which is being relevant, resourceful, and resilient to achieve their dreams. And then lastly, I've been married for over 30 years. I have 2 children, a daughter-in-law, and 1 grandbaby. All of them I'm super proud of.
Awesome. Yes, that's one thing about Nanas. We're going to everyone else, but we're going to talk about them grandbabies for sure.
Exactly.
Yes, indeed. Kenyatta says that we love the unique perspective April brings to the Ladies in Tech book. Absolutely. And we are going to certainly allow you to share a little bit more about that. Okay. Mm-hmm. And we have the phenomenal, yes, Terri Green. She is the CEO and co-founder of Life's Technology Solutions. Come on, Terri, and say hello to us and say hello to our audience here.
Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing? So to be honest, I'm actually the CIO. I made my wife the CEO because her background was forensic psychology. She was better with people than me. So I thought she was more suitable for that role. All I really care about was the technology part, but we own a federal cybersecurity contracting firm. I've been in the technology segment for about 17 years, worked for big brands like IBM and TransUnion, and I was able to take from those instances and to figure out what I want to kind of create on my own. And by nothing but grace and mercy, I was able to kind of pull it out. I'm elated about that. And I'm elated to be a part of this project with so many phenomenal women. As Kenyatta echoed, there's various aspects that we actually hit from different segments and just as women as a whole, and be able to see women that look like you from a reflective perspective, be able to see, make these large strides is really imperative, is important. And I'm glad we can use our voices to be able to show it.
Well, I am as well. And since I started this conversation with Kenyatta over a year ago, she came on our show and brought the other authors from Volume 1. And then I'm watching, I've seen her birth out another baby. And so you all are part of that. And I'm telling you, it's just the things that we take for granted, just ordinary folk, we take it for granted. And her and I, we talk about whenever year 2000 happened, and we laugh because of how she got into the world of technology and what was happening. And I shared with her yes, I worked in the grocery department, in the grocery industry, in the supermarket, and we stayed in the grocery store all night long. I think they call it 2YK or whatever it is. I can't even remember. But Terri, you probably were you born? I think
I was actually graduating from high school in 2000.
In year 2000. Okay. And so, yes, indeed. Well, now we are going to hear from Temi, and she's got her information there. So come on and say hello to us, Temi.
Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me now. I wasn't able to hear you very well. I think it was a network earlier. My name is Temi Akenwumi. I've been in tech for 30 years. I've been in tech for 3 decades, and I'm the CEO of 2 tech companies in Lago, Maryland, and Top Group Technologies and my IT university for over 17 years, going to be 18 this year. I've done everything in tech. I have 4 degrees in tech. I've supported a lot of major corporations from Northrop Grumman all the way to small companies. And I've supported the DoD for many years that I pretty much have to kill you if I tell you what I've done on that hand. So I love to give back and I love to empower the community. I'm part of the authors for the first volume, and I'm also excited to be part of the second volume as well. Tech is my passion. I'm very passionate about tech. I've empowered many engineers into tech at this point. We are known for tech, both for federal, states, and counties. We support a lot of projects as a mentor, as a coach, and also as a solution provider for tech GRC compliance. I'm super excited about tech. Anything about tech, I'm ready for it. So I'm here to support and to give back to the community today. Thank you so much.
You are very, very welcome. Those of you that are tuning in, that are tuning in tonight, we are with the ladies who are a part of the book that is called Ladies in Tech, Changing the Face of Technology. Technology is all around us. And to have these women who are a part of such a phenomenal book, ladies, I really do believe that what you're going to, what you're contributing to this book will be evergreen. It will be everlasting, I believe, because technology, it's not going anywhere. If anything, it's advancing and is growing so fast. So it's really hard for just, everyday folk to kind of keep up. But I want to share just a little bit about the visionary author. As I mentioned earlier, she is Chief Information Officer, 25 years. She's in the background supporting y'all like, where is she? Well, she's here. And that's something like a leader. A leader is one who also steps back and allows others to shine. She doesn't always have to be in the forefront, but I want to just share just a little bit and share my screen here. This is this amazing, phenomenal woman. I've come to know her. And yes, she is the Chief Information Officer. 25 years in the technology and leadership experience. She is a leadership coach, as we mentioned earlier, keynote speaker, 5-time best-selling author, visionary author. That book actually went #1 bestseller in several categories. But yes, Ladies in Tech book is an anthology project. And she is the recipient of the 2021 Technically CTO of the Year. She's been featured in several articles and magazines, and she also is finalist in Women in Tech Leadership Awards. So we are just so glad that Kenyatta, she's known as the Lady in Tech, but that she's knew that there had to be more, that we needed to know more. And I'm going to just let these ladies just share. I do have some questions, and we're going to be talking about your contribution to the book, what you're expecting for the readers to walk away with after reading your chapter. But before we do that, we just simply want to share one of our sponsors. And one of our sponsors is none other than this Christian couple who has a book. And the book is called Cooking to Heal. It is none other than Keith and Dr. Katandria Dibs. And we're going to share a little bit of information about their book.
Today's podcast is brought to you by KLD Consultors, featuring their latest ebook, Cooking to Heal, a Christian couple's devotional journal authored by #1 bestsellers Mr. Keith L. and Dr. Katandria L. Demps. This spiritual cookbook was written to offer 5 simple ways to help Christian married couples improve their relationships. Cooking to Heal helps couples to grow spiritually healthy, improve nutritional health, increase intimacy, have more efficient meal planning, and decrease stress with daily caregiving duties. To help you create the most out of your dinner, marriage, and prayer, go to https://www.cookingtohealbook.com. Pick up your copy today.
Yes, Cooking to Heal book.com. Just simply go to their website and just browse around, and I promise you, you will want to click onto the link and purchase this amazing book. They're healthy eaters, enjoy living a healthy life, and using cooking to bring about the joy and connection in relationships, families, as well as your marriage. I am Sandy Sanders. I'm on tonight with the phenomenal ladies that are a part of the book that is called Ladies in Tech. And this book, Ladies in Tech, Changing the Face of Technology. I have with me tonight the three of the contributing authors that are on with us on tonight. April, we're going to go ahead and start with you. And as I was sharing with our audience, is that how the face of technology is really changing for the common everyday people, learning how to use cash registers on our own without somebody pushing our groceries through. And then I even heard that someone said that they saw a robot literally walking around in the store. And I was like, I think I would just be ready to start completely ordering online at that point. Come on and tell us, you're talking about Girl Reach For It, and you had shared earlier a little bit more about what your contribution to the face of technology, and
Yes.
why you said yes to the book project.
So I said yes because I wanted to have an opportunity to help empower other women and do what I could to connect them to new opportunities as it relates to tech. Currently, I'm a director of talent acquisition, and like many of my peers here, our colleagues, the other women on here, I've worked at some top defense contractors over the years, to include Raytheon, BAE, Booz Allen, and now I'm with Parsons. And it's been a common thread that there's a shortage of women in tech. So I just want to do my part, and especially since I have a unique perspective on getting into tech and making those connections. So I wanted to have an opportunity to voice how I could actually offer recommendations and stories to assist women to ultimately, again, engage them and empower them to achieve their dreams and goals in their careers.
Yes, thank you. And as you were saying, and we're learning more as our audience get to know you all, is you're shedding a light in a industry that is predominantly male. And we've met many of the authors that have come in and shared the importance that how it is important to share with young girls. Yes. If you have an interest in it, here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to lead you and guide you in that direction, give you whatever tips and tools that you need. Terri, come on and share with us, why'd you say yes to this book project?
Similar to some of this, echoing off some of the sentiments April stated, our story is not for us. in order for us to be able to kind of rewrite history, we have to actually put our foot forward. When we think about our communities, majority of our kids say they're going to be basketball players or doctors. We never seen ourselves being CIOs because we wasn't reflected in those positions. Yeah. How do we know they exist? I went from orphan to CIO. So I tell people it's not where you come from, it's where you decide to go. So being a beacon of change has been something I've been dedicated to my entire life because I want to be able to reflect and assist people that was similar to me.
Mm-hmm. So, I chuckled, I laughed about year 2000, and that was the year you graduated, you said.
From high school. I'm on my 6 degrees, Miss Sandy.
That was, now which year? That was your high school year though, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, and how many degrees behind that since?
6. So I have 3 bachelors, a master's, and associates in Kearn and Rucker, and my doctoral.
You better go ahead, girl. Yes, indeed. I love it. I love it. I love it. So your generation, again, audience, I really want you to home in. I want you to get this book. Look out for the book. We're going to talk about all of that. But Miss Terri, what can we expect to know from you in this book? Give us a little snippet of what you're going to be talking about or what you've written.
So mine is basically built on triumph, adversity, and resilience. As April stated, we have to understand resilience is built, and we as people, some of us may encounter different things and it actually halts us. It keeps us stagnant. However, if we can just stay positive in a sense of light, it's many times, and even still to this day, I may be the only woman sitting at the table, but I've never seen it as a flaw. What I've always seen it was an opportunity. I've always thought positive. How can I bring it to the table? I'm not the one that's willing to complain, just willing to assist. So I share positivity. I don't talk negative about any experience I've had because I've never seen it that way. But then I try to find some self-evolution within themselves so they can spark something in them, just hoping I can be a reflective mirror so they can see the best selves within my work.
You said something very, very important because Kenyatta and I had this discussion that because there is in this young lady, as she has entered into this world, if I remember her conversation, those of you that follow me on Spotify, yes, you can follow me on Spotify as Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends. You'll find the interview that I did, both interviews. Part 1 is there where we interviewed the authors last week, and we talked about how there is a generation of girls that it's now a norm. They're beginning to see more females in the industry, in the field of tech, whether they're teaching, whether they are behind the scenes, whether they're programming, engineering, they're beginning to see. So to them, it's a norm. For us and our background, it was not a norm, and we're hearing more. Yes.
One thing I can say, I think what has been the biggest highlight for me is when you start to think about these different generational norms. Those women sometimes are reflected differently. They don't have some of the same, they don't carry some of the values that we once carried back in latter generations. So even being able to kind of expose them to make them even greater. I have a niece, I have a million of them, but they're technology driven. And when you think about it, in 2000, we came with the internet. Now they're 2 and they have a tablet in their hand.
I know, right?
Making sure you can still teach them the privacy laws and how they can still protect themselves. Somebody has to be willing to do it.
Yes. I have a granddaughter and she's 4 years old, and we talk more on the phone. And April, she says, Nana, and she's telling me all of these amazing things on her little tablet, and she's 4. And I'm like, and then I have my grandson who's 9, and so with him. So you're right. They're technically driven, or they got it all there. Well, I want to bring on Professor Temi, and Professor Temi, I need you to check because I can't see you, and check your while she's doing that. I want to be able to bring her on. I can see you behind the screen, but when I click you on, I want to bring you up forward. If you can check your camera and be able to do that. Okay. In the meantime, here's what I want to do. We're going to talk about what's about to take place on March 23rd, 2024. Going to share my screen here, and that is going to be the book launch. This will be the book launch that will be held during Women's History Month. This is an in-person event, and it is going to be in Townsend, Maryland. Any of you all want to go ahead and give the plug for that? Of course, you're going to have your bestseller campaign. That's going to happen as well. But any one of you all want to talk about that? I'm going to share my screen here.
I nominate April.
Okay, I'll take it. But it's going to be an amazing day. It is the official book launch, and many of us will be in person. A lot of the co-authors come from different areas, different states. So Kenyatta has been working with them so we can all be together for this memorable event. So it will be a panel discussion, plus a number of us will have a briefing that we will share on various topics. Vendors will be available. Many of us have products. We will have those on display as well. So it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for, as my pastor calls it, networking for today, for that particular day, where we will be connecting with other people. And it's just going to be an amazing experience. So I'm really excited.
That is exciting. And here it is, you all. This is the Book Launch and Network Summit. Super excited. This is going to be taking place on March 23rd, 2024. Now, you all know what I tell you. Listen, whenever I invite you to an event, you're hosting, we want to see you there. So I'm super excited. My plan is to be with these amazing women as they are going to be talking about this book, the book launch, and the network summit. Thank you, April, as you're sharing and breaking down all that is going to be taking place. As we are saying, is that you will meet the renowned authors of this book, Ladies in Tech, who will be speaking about a variety of engaging topics, including mentoring, project management, staying relevant, breaking into the tech career, women excelling in leadership, managing imposter syndrome, and much, much more. There is an opportunity. We'll be getting that out from Ms. Kenyatta whenever we get to that point. But I want to share some of the last year pictures and things that went on. And I'm telling you, this is so inviting. This is inviting. Listen, and it's going to be in March, and this is a way that you can meet up with some ladies and have a great girls' weekend. So, hey, look into seeing what airport is near Townsend, Maryland. Which one?
BWI, Baltimore Washington International Airport.
Right. So listen, y'all, check the airlines and come on. Yeah, there'll be lots of information. So I want you to follow these amazing ladies. We'll be putting out their information as well as Kenyatta. We want you to see how you can get in touch with her as well. So what I'm going to do, ladies, I am going to actually put you on single screen. We're going to let our audience hear from you about your contribution to the book. So April, I'm going to start with you when you see me come back in, and then we're going to have April. Give us a couple of tips of what you want us to walk away with. At this time, I present to you all Miss April Faulcon. She's a contributing author of Ladies in Tech, Changing the Face of Technology. Go ahead.
So for my portion of the book, I will be highlighting how women can progress in their careers by sharing tips and helping them to ultimately learn to be what I call the 3 R's: relevant, resourceful, and resilient. If they use those 3 R's, they can accomplish anything in their career. So I want to talk really about how they can do that and make connections. There's power in networking, and I really want to help them, especially since I've seen the back end of recruiting and bringing talent into different organizations. So I want to use those perspectives and those lessons that I have learned and help women to really advance in their careers so that they can achieve their goals and missions that they have set for themselves. So I'm hoping that my unique offering, where I'm not actually a tech worker, but since I hired a tech, I can share with them some valuable tips to help them in their careers. So, and then my brand is Girl Reach For It. So I'm all about helping women be all that God has called them to be in their season of life.
Okay, Terri, you're on. I got your mute on. Yep.
Hello.
There you go.
There we go. So there's a couple of things I hope that you can take away. Embrace adversity. Stop thinking of it as a roadblock and really pay attention that it helps shape your character, and try to use those challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation. I want you to unleash your unique potential and draw your inspiration within. Find your sanctuary. You know, in the midst of uncertainties, just find something that resonates with your passion and your purpose. I don't care whether it's technology or art, whatever that pursuit is, figure out what self-discovery truly means. Understand, you know, determination prevails. The path to success is seldom easy, especially when you're pioneering changes. Just stay determined and persistent, you know, and leadership beyond titles. Titles doesn't make you a leader. It's all about how you carry yourself. Be a catalyst for diversity and activism, whatever that change is for yourself. Just make sure whatever you do your best at it. And at the end, we'll see you at the top.
Ladies, this is phenomenal. They talk about change, and I love the 3 R's: relevant. I want to make sure I wrote that down: relevant, resourceful, and resilient. Did I get that right? Yeah, good. And change, and seeing you on the other side. Oh my goodness, this is phenomenal. Yes, I believe that we have Professor Temi in now. Yes, Professor Temi, thank you so much. And I'm glad that you're hanging in here. We want to hear all the wisdom from you. So if you can, check your mic and unmute yourself, and we can just hear you say hello. Check your
I'm so sorry that I have to log in through my phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. And while I've got you on mute, I want you to come and just share your expertise. What can we expect from you in this book? All right. And so take your time. Come on. We're all ears right now.
Okay. I have to make it work. And that's why we talk about troubleshooting in tech. And you have tech, you have to make it happen. No excuse. And that's what we're doing exactly right now today. So with my background in tech for over 3 decades, I started off as a software engineer, and also a master's in cybersecurity software engineering, and also bachelor's in computer science. And my in my community here with my IT university, I am the coach, the senior coach, and also the mentor. I have more than 1,000 plus women, ladies under me that are mentored to breaking into, mid-level to executive level role in cybersecurity and different area of tech. So in this particular volume, I'm gonna be writing about the steps and the benefits of breaking into tech. Believe it or not, tech is evolving and it's changing, like you all rightly mentioned. And we don't want any women to be left behind. So I decided to start to break into tech way back. And when I broke into tech, I noticed I'm the only women of color, especially women of color that even has an accent, which is the flavor anyway. In those big organizations is a problem because they don't want to be you to lead them. I don't want to go there, but we led them and we also are able to do great things in tech. So anybody can do it. If I can do it in tech now, looking back after the years, anybody can break in. So I want to be able to help many more women to break into tech and do great things. And looking back, also 18 years of mentorship, I've been able to do that. And I'm so grateful for that opportunity. So looking back and continue to giving back to the community is my passion, because you will notice that many people can break into tech without no technical background, no college degree in tech, with nothing. If you are passionate about tech and you really want to do it, even though you might not really know what you're passionate about, but if you really want to do it, that is it. Then we can show you how to start from ground go, from scratch. And you can actually break into 100K plus, from my community, I've heard people break into 100K to 200K. I'm grateful for that in tech. And they become executive in tech today. So how do you break into tech is what I'm going to be discussing. And also, what are the benefits of tech? The benefit of tech is immense and it's unlimited because you can work remotely. You can have a lot of good benefits. You can have flexibility, work-life balance, and all of that. I don't want to bore you too much, but I can go on and on, non-stop on tech. So I'll stop right there for a minute. If you want me to add more to what I'm saying, I will do so. Thank you. You're muted.
Yes. Our ears are open. My ears are open. Listen, you all, when your colleague says that she's mentoring 1,000+ women, I hear, April, your contribution to young girls and girls coming up and being able to introduce this world to them. We certainly need this. And Miss Terri, you just say, listen, I'll see you on the other side. Just come on, be open, be like a sponge. And so are you all finding that that you're breaking barriers? I mean, obviously, and then breaking barriers as women of color. That's one. And then the second is just the fact that we have the beauty queens, we have the celebrities, we have fashion, and doctors and all of that. But then there's that behind the scene, that makes things run. And so when little girls can see you all, what's happening? I want to hear what some of the comments whenever you begin to open their eyes to this world. What are some of the comments that you all get?
I think a common comment is generally like a lot of girls didn't really know that they could do certain things in tech. I think it's just because of the name tech, it seems intimidating for a lot of young girls. And it's not a career or a field that they're normally guided into. I think usually other careers are dangled in front of little girls because generally, as we already have shared, it's been a role that men have taken on.
Yeah.
So now I think it's created a new excitement in them. And a lot of the girls now are even gamers, right? Yeah. So that even is an avenue now and the open door that leads them to tech as well. So I think it's been a positive response back.
Yeah, I was even thinking, I was about going to ask you the question of why do you think that it's not, say, one of your top 5 when they're introducing careers? Because I believe kids are really thinking more like in junior high school, where they think they might want to pursue, possibly why technology is, or just that word, I think. Do you think that's what it is? Like, Terri, what do you think?
So I used to work in
technology versus a programmer.
Yeah, I used to work in the educational segment, and one thing I would say is I think we have to figure out how to introduce it to them earlier and how to be able to keep them with it. We have to ingrain it within the actual curriculum. we start to talk about the possibilities. Women don't talk about technology because they haven't seen the representation in technology, which kind of makes it even better now that they do have these phones in their hands where they're able to see things that were once stagnant. Me personally, I use my music platform so that they can see me. I was Grammy nominated in 2014. So I was a positive music artist, you know, so I always did something positive. So I just rimmed it in. I was still doing technology at the same time. Even though they offered me a deal, I wouldn't leave technology alone. So I was like, forget it. I'll just stick in technology.
I love it. I love it. There's so much to you. We're just unpacking these ladies. Those of you that are joining, yes, we are on with part 2 of the Ladies in Tech. You will be able to hear this interview whenever you do go to our Spotify channel, which is powered. Also, our show is powered by CTR Media Network, but we are also a part, you can find us there at CTR Media Network, and you can also find this podcast on our podcast on Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends. You'll find it there probably by tomorrow morning. We're going to have it there for you all to share it out and listen to it in your car, replay, back it up, hear what April had to say, be like, huh, what did she say? What is that? And then Terri just let us know that she had a Grammy nomination. Hold up, wait a minute. She had a Grammy nomination. And then we got one sitting on the stage. Did she say 1,000? She's mentoring. I love it. Yes, we could. Professor Temi, listen, you said that you could, when it comes to tech, you could just go on and we'll grab our, grab your coffee. Y'all sit back. Y'all know what we do here. Yes, indeed. Being a software engineer, cybersecurity, all of those things. And as your very first statement, evolving. It is evolving. Technology is evolving. Well, ladies, you are changing the face of technology simply by doing what you're doing now, coming on, sharing your story, which is incredible, which is truly, truly incredible. Another visionary author, yes, the phenomenal Crystal Cunningham, all the way out of Atlanta. Yes, we know her. Thank you. We certainly appreciate you. She said, yes, amazing Ladies in Tech. For sure. And if you would like to share your story, Crystal, we definitely would love for these ladies to be interviewed by you as well. They have a phenomenal story, as you can see. Listen, yes, these ladies are awesome, as our visionary author has alluded to the fact that, yes, they are awesome. Those of you that are tuning in, we are and we got another. Yeah, she said, you're killing it in the LIT, ladies, with all these nuggets. Keep dropping those insight. Thank you so much, Mary. And those of you that are also tuning in and listening to us on our YouTube channel, thank you all for all the comments. And I know there's some more in there out there. So we're going to just do another round table. Yes, what's about to happen, I do want to give you those of you that are, and I'm going to be plugging it in, the next group of authors will be through. I want you all to mark this down. We're going to get the calendar out there so y'all can see it. But February 13th, these ladies will be back with us again. Maybe not this group, but y'all welcome to come. You know, you're welcome to come. And on February the 20th, and then in March, when it's just about for the book to be released, we'll be in a 2-night interview, pretty much probably with a part 1, part 2 with all of the ladies, we're hoping, and would love for you all. That will be on March 18th, 19th, because it's leading up to the bestseller campaign, as well as the book launch and Power Summit. So we will be getting these links out to everyone so that you can know what these ladies are up to. I'm going to go ahead. Last words. We're going to start with Terri, April, and then Professor Temi.
Last words is real simple. It's not where you come from, it's where you decide to go. Change begins with you. I employ you to do something. I put a mirror on my door every day. I introduce myself to myself to put my best foot forward. I employ you to do the same.
Last words for me would be, girl, reach for it. Psalms 46:5 tells us that God is within her. She will not fall. So when you know that, then there's nothing that you cannot do. So just reach for it and go for all that God has called you to be.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. And Professor Temi.
Yeah, my last word would be, ladies, no ladies left behind. Tech is for you. You can break into tech. If you can multitask, you can do tech. We are born as techies. Step up, step in, and break in. We are here to support you. Thank you.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. We have had a super night of conversation with the ladies in tech, changing the face of technology. And we want to give a great big shout out to the visionary author herself, Kenyatta Powers Rucker, known as the Lady in Tech. Listen, we need you to save the date just that entire week, because you just never know where they're going to pop up. Okay. So they're going to be popping up virtually during that week. But Lord willing, March 23rd, 2024, from 12 o'clock p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time during the Women's History Month. Come out, put it on your calendar, do a girls' trip. Come on and meet these phenomenal women that are a part of the volume 2. This is volume 2, Ladies in Tech, volume 2, Changing the Face of Technology. I am Sandy Sanders. I'm the host and creator of the Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy platform, where we host authors' anthology book projects. And most of all, I say that it is for you because you just might be looking for a good book to read, and this is certainly one of them. You are going to be seeing a lot more of these phenomenal ladies over the next couple of months. Share it out and be sure to go to our Spotify channel and subscribe and follow, so that whenever we have content like this, you can just enjoy a cup of coffee and listen to some great conversation with these amazing authors. It's been a great night. And so I certainly do appreciate you all taking the time. You could be anywhere else, but you decided to come and have coffee with us and a great conversation. I am Sandy Sanders, and we're all going to say good night, and you all have a pleasant evening. Ladies, yes, go ahead. Say them good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Yes, stay with me in the green room, and we will be ending our broadcast. Yes. All right, y'all take care. All right.